Hey, what's up? I just want to stop in real quick, Sal here, and just tell you a little bit about this tool that I've been using as of late. It's called Draft Dashboard. So the things that I like about it, and you'll read them below, are basically that I got to sign up for this for 30 days for $1. That promotion ended like a week after I did it. It was like a 1 month promotion around the holiday season. But I do want to, or I did reach out to the guy who founded it. His name's Chris, and he said that for like my followers, my subscribers, so like you, would get that same offer 30 days for $1. So you can check it out. There'll be a link below if you want to test the tool out. So this is the dashboard, just kind of summarizes a lot of things, players you could watch, recent stock changes, which is just guys who have been playing bad, trending downwards, trending upwards. It's just a quick little look. The next thing you could look at though, and you can see your toolbar right here, so a lot of different cool things you can look into. Browse teams, so this is pretty cool because it has a lot of things here. It has your Vegas stuff like we saw with all in one spot, like we saw with Fantasy Lab. So it has your Vegas things here, and obviously the lines aren't out for this game yet, so it says waiting. It has injuries to keep an eye on for both teams going into the week, which is good, especially at the start of your week. 25 injuries, you can check them out. Your depth chart, so if these guys are out, who's going to be next, and the highest projected players from those teams. So it has that for every single team, pretty cool. Position optimizers, so this is where a lot of the magic happens, you could say. So for this week, you have all the quarterbacks here. This is the draft dashboard rank. It's how good that they like this player. Obviously, they like a lot of these players a lot this week because they're in great situations. Gives you their price. You could filter this for different positions, and then you can go, and there's some other stuff that cuts down on research time. Like how many snaps they're playing. Zeke playing 89% of the snaps this year. How many touches they're getting. Their projections, which their projections factor in matchups, pass success meaning like historical events for running backs, like a guy like Zeke who's going up against a defense like Tampa Bay. All different stats, yards per attempt, yards per catch, things like that. It gives you their matchup. It gives you their matchup against position, which is pretty cool to see. Gives you their targets per games, rushing attempts per games right here. I'll see. It's just a lot of ways to cut down on research time. You can watch list these players. I've had my watch list from the week before. You can click here, you watch list these players, and then they go into your watch list pool, right? So guys that you're thinking about playing, you can put them all in here, have them all in one spot. And the cool thing that you could do from there, you can put however many you want in there. You can go to Lineup Optimizer, and it has those guys in there, and you could set it to only use those guys. So you can see we have a guy right here. He's optimized. We could do it again, so randomize. It's going to optimize again. So you can do it one by one if you want to do it that way. Or you can go and you can make a mass lineup. And I'm not going to run this right now because it takes a second, but you can say I want 100 lineups. How many salary do I want to leave? Within 500, you'll leave 500 or less on the table. Within 1,000, you leave 1,000 or less. A way to be contrarian for sure if you do something like that. Randomness. So the randomness just means how many. If you put it higher, it's going to be you're going to see more of the better guys that you have listed more frequently, and you can just change that by clicking on them in your watch players pool. And then you can get how much do you want to have exposed to a single player. You could have 100% to certain players, and you can just star that. You could have 75, 40. So I would say that's a downside. You can't like filter it by 25%, things like that. But these are definitely the biggest bumps that people use. And if you put lower randomness, I believe then you can go in here, and there's a way that you can switch it in the watch players list to actually lower the percentages so you can get guys like 10% owned and play with it. But yeah, this is just a cool lineup tool generator to get you quicker lineups if you're entering a lot, or just to kind of take your own biases out and see what the tool itself and the projection system likes out of players. Similar to Fantasy Labs like we saw, they also have their trends tool, point production, target monsters. You can just see how these trends are going up or down, and you can see the ranks for those players. How they're trending is pretty much what they've been doing as of late, how hot they've been based on targets, performance, just a lot of different things, salary just differences going up or down. So definitely a cool spot here. Underperforming, overperforming players, they're already filtered out for you. Underperforming players, you can see, it's pretty cool. I definitely have to use this more. I haven't played with this. Again, I've only had this for like a week or two now. Just wanted to show it to you guys. Lots of other cool things you could check in out here. You could save some of your lineups to use them. You could then import them to DraftKings or FanDuel. Those are the only two sites, so it isn't as great as like Fantasy Labs only because you can't use like Fantasy Draft. But DraftKings and FanDuel are the most optimal. Then you have your different sports up here. You have MLB, NHL, NBA, NFL, the major sports. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of it. This is Draft Dashboard. There's a link below. Yeah, 30 days for $1, guys. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. If you just click that link, you'll get that discount. And then if you don't like it after 30 days, just cancel it. But I think it's good. It's a good way to kind of increase your DFS game for sure. But yeah, I'll get out of your hair now. Best of luck. Peace.